can Solana overtake Ethereum as the king of DeFi, the king of smart contract platforms? Polkadot is a contender and is trying to get there, but Solana might just overtake them with what they just done. So let's not waste any time. Cue the intro. So let's get straight into the video and talk about Solana and the thing that they did to potentially secure their position as the biggest smart contract ecosystem, the biggest DeFi ecosystem, within crypto. And what they've done is they've raised $314 million, led by some notable VCs. So delving into it a little bit more deeper, Solana Labs has raised $314 million from top crypto VCs in the token sale that supercharges plans to build an expansive DeFi ecosystem atop the Solana blockchain. And it's funny this is happening. I did cover Solana in the last few videos breakdowns because they were looking very bullish, and now this incredible news has come out, which is, some say that, give me the chart and I'll tell you the news. Meaning that when the chart is looking bullish, something is happening in the background potentially, and something will come out to kind of support what the charts are telling us. So this is a very interesting thing to see. Andreessen Horowitz, Parachain Capital led the private token sale with participation from CMS Holdings, Coin Fund, Parachain and others, Sam Bankman-Fried's venture firm, Alameda Research, top dons in the space. Everything they touch turns to gold. I say this every time. A major backer of Project Serum, one of the most popular DeFi decentralized exchanges on Solana, also joined the fund. So basically they've got a big share in what's going on. I'm guessing because they probably want to make sure to retain control of where Solana is going, because of course the more people get involved in the fund, the more kind of voices there are, the more influence there is. So such a massive haul might be necessary if the latest blockchain to be deemed an Ethereum killer for its lower fees and faster processing time is to see that vision through. The next phase is onboarding 1 billion users. Big aspirations. Solana Labs CEO Anatoly Yakovenko said in a press statement. So they've got big dreams, and as I said, the fact that they've got extremely fast processing speeds and also lower fees, these are two very key ingredients to, of course, overthrow Ethereum. But the most important thing is to attract the actual users, developers, etc. The reason why Ethereum is such a popular blockchain is because it's the kind of the cool place to develop, the popular one, the first mover, etc. It's like the Silicon Valley of crypto. Silicon Valley is that popular place where all developers go. Ethereum has that same effect. Moving on, Yakovenko intends to woo these users by building out the blockchain's footprints, as well as Solana Labs. The funding round will support the development of a trading desk, a venture investing arm, and an in-house incubator, the press statement said. From Solana's inception, we recognized that the single most important application for blockchains was trading, and that Solana was the only blockchain specifically built to trade assets at scale via parallel transaction execution, Multicoin capital managing partner Kal Samani said in an email. He said, breakout DeFi applications like margin trading platform Mango, which I've heard some very good things about, prime brokerage protocol Oxygen, and market data Oracle Pyth led Multicoin to double down. Like they said, trading is one of the biggest things that DeFi can be used for. Hence why I'm very bullish on perpetual protocol token. And if Solana can kind of push this to the forefront with their fast processing, with their lower fees, they could potentially pull this off. They could pull it off and attract a ton of users. I do have reservations though. I mean, it's very difficult. I think they will get very far, but it's very difficult to dethrone Ethereum because you can't kind of create, in my opinion, of course, I might be proven wrong, but you can't recreate that kind of cool place with money. For example, if you think of skateboarding, there's always those cool parks which happen to become the coolest park in the area, not because it's a multi-million-dollar park. It just happened to be that the coolest people went there, and they just kept going there, and it becomes like a legendary thing. And no matter what anyone else does or creates or some fancy futuristic park, it's always going to have that attraction. Same with basketball. For those that know a bit about basketball, there's a place called Ruckers Park in Harlem. And no matter what you do, no matter what kind of multi-million-dollar facility you create, you can't recreate that kind of authentic vintage coolness. So that's my take on it. But we'll see. Maybe trading will definitely attract a ton of users. Moving over to the second article, which is regarding Parachain auctions. Very, very big, very shocking, and this is another Ethereum killer. Has potential to get to the top. Now, this Polkadot, I will say, is definitely, attracted a lot of attention, and that kind of cool attention that I'm talking about that Ethereum has, the Silicon Valley-esque kind of attraction. And so what's happening with this is, with over $100 million raised in KSM tokens, Polkadot's DeFi hub and Parachain, Acala is set to win Kusama's upcoming Parachain slot auction for its Karura network. $100 million is the first project that could win the slot, the Parachain auction slot, Kusama. That's crazy. 100 million. That's how much money is attracted. So you can see the buzz already. Just a few days after Polkadot's Canary network, KSM revealed that it will be conducting its Parachain slot auction. Acala, the DeFi hub of Polkadot, has raised more than $100 million worth of KSM tokens. According to a press release shared with Crypto Potato, the DeFi project raised this amount from funds sent via over 900 different wallet addresses on Kraken Exchange. So they did very well with front running this and kind of becoming the main exchange to allow this. In addition to over 7,600 backers on its Karura platform. Karura is the all-in-one DeFi hub of Kusama, founded by the Carlo Foundation. The platform was intended to be a scalable, EVM-compatible network optimized for DeFi. Karura offers a suite of DeFi apps, including a trustless staking derivative, a multi-collateralized stablecoin backed by cross-chain assets, and an AMM DEX, all with micro gas fees that can be paid in any token. With this huge head start, Acala is set to win the Kusama Parachain slot auction, which begins on June 5th, as earlier reported. Again, notice it's all about the lower fees, micro fees, speed, cross-chain capability. Although I just said what I said about Solana, Ethereum is losing a lot of kind of... the lead is growing smaller and smaller as time goes on. Now, the market cap is still, vastly different, but in terms of progress, in terms of attracting developers, projects, etc., that gap is becoming much, much smaller. So Ethereum 2.0 needs to hurry up, or these guys are going to take enough market share to become, proper competitors. So this is very, very interesting. $100 million raised with the first auction slot. That is insane. So I did cover both Kusama and Solana and Polkadot, and I'm going to cover them again in just a moment. As I said, that lead is shrinking as time goes on, between Ethereum and the other competitors. And once these kind of, once the auction, once the first Parachain auction is complete, and let's say, Acala get that slot and they start showcasing their abilities, and we start seeing users get attracted to the network, then it might be an avalanche of users moving towards the other networks. Imagine, I myself have bought many projects on the likes of Uniswap, paid hundreds of dollars in fees. If I see Polkadot Kusama do very well with their kind of auctions, with their DeFi applications and projects. I'm over there, and so is everyone else. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Very interesting. I'm very curious as to what's going to happen. I mean, I've got bags in all these projects, so for me it's a win-win regardless. It's just interesting to see what will happen. Now, let's have a look at the TA and wrap up this video. As I said, as this was above the 21-day EMA, it's looking ever so bullish, and it has hit target, which I've mentioned. The targets I mentioned, 540. The next would be 600 basically. At the moment, it's retesting this level as support, this high of 460. If you can hold that, then it can definitely continue on to the upside to head towards 600. If it does not hold that, then it will hit the lower range at around 388 or potentially 400. So it's in a very interesting position. The hype could be enough to push it up. I mean, over 900 different wallet addresses have staked KSM, so this hype could be enough to push it further to the upside towards 600. So very bullish on Kusama.
It's over 9,000.
Having a look at Solana. So Solana is also still looking bullish. Although the thing that I'm saying is that it's still looking bullish is the fact that it's still above the 21-day EMA. It spiked through that, and it's still above that. However, this little high that was created at $42, it was not able to cross that at second attempt. So now it's become resistance. So it needs to make sure to carry on in the uptrend, stay above this trend line, and then break above it. It also is in line with actually quite an important level over here. You can see many tests right here of $42. So it needs to break above. Once it does, there's huge upside. 47 over here, then we got $50 and then 55. So there is potential for a big break to the upside. It needs to get above this support. Apart from the current level that it's at $40, we also have just below that the bottom of this about 37, which goes in line with a support level around this level. So you can say it's between these two ranges right now. It's between these two ranges. Again, this news, that big investment could be enough to push it to the upside and break towards $50. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the market wants to do with Solana. So we'll finish off by looking at MATIC. As I said with MATIC, it was looking oversold for quite a long time, and now it's shedding some of its gains from $2.60 all the way down to $1.35, and it spiked down below towards 128. So I think it's likely, not 100%, but it's likely that it will continue down towards 127 and then towards 108, as I've marked out the zone already. 108 towards 120. These two areas, I would say, it wants to head towards before it will start building its next move, because there isn't much resistance in this area apart from that low and then this low over here. So it's been looking quite bearish, and there isn't much sign of a reversal just yet. So I do think it probably will head towards that level to gain some liquidity and then turn around to build its next move. So if you are interested in the project, then I would say maybe wait a little bit longer before you start putting in some money. So that will be all for this video. See you in the next one. Peace.